I will do
Okay,
the intro now.
do it.
Welcome to the backstage with H of the stage and Joe.
Oh,
or
okay,
is it good?
That's good. That's
Okay,
good. That's
okay.
better. Way better than
Thank
last
you very
time.
much. Yeah,
Okay.
I practiced in front of the mirror. Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Did you?
yeah. No, I didn't.
Oh, so you're a natural talent. Okay, so hi, this is our 5th episode of the podcast, and if anybody read the description of the podcast, I said that we were going to do 5 test episodes to see how this is all doing, which means that after this episode we're going to take a short break to reevaluate things to see where are we going to take this, how are we going to continue, because we enjoy doing this, right?
Yes, of course.
And I think it's a very cool format for us because this is just kind of hanging around, but also kind of teaching us new things, and we like to take you on a ride with us as well.
Yeah,
but at the same time, and this is the ride that I'm talking about. But at the same time, we need to kind of figure out how it all lands in this YouTube space, which is every day increasingly strange. And I'm doing this for 3 years basically, and I still have no idea what I'm doing.
What is happening?
Yeah, but we, as always, have a topic for today. So today's topic is
Putri Ariani.
Putri Ariani.
And talent shows.
Talent shows, so singing shows, talent shows in general. We are going to talk about that a lot. But why Putri Ariani? Putri Ariani is an Indonesian singer,
Yes.
songwriter, and she was I can say she. I'm trying to say something where you won't say that's what she said,
because
I
he's
almost
already thinking about it. That's
because
good for you.
because I almost said she was well received on AGT. But okay.
okay, we passed that.
So she had a great performance on AGT, and I can honestly say that I think the world knows about her now.
Yes,
because
of course.
I didn't know about her at all.
Me neither, yeah.
Yeah, but she has a video with I think about 40 million subscribers, views.
Views, yeah.
And she did great. You know,
She did great. She's really amazing and a nice person.
did you watch that video?
Yes, of course.
Like
of course. Many times.
many times.
Yeah.
So what I tried to do when I watched that video first time, I've skipped the talking part. You know how it is in these talent shows. They always have that sobby story at the beginning.
Yeah. Like,
It's always like I'm from a.
they're like searching for empathy, like.
And I can understand that,
Yes, of
and it
course.
works
Yes,
obviously
of course.
because they're doing that all the time. But at the same time, it gets on my nerves sometimes because it feels like it's fabricated. Like
yes, some stories really sound like faked.
yeah,
many
and
of them,
even if
yeah.
they aren't fake, it's just it's-
Looking for attention or.
Yeah, if everybody has a story behind them, you know, it's sometimes I just
Yes.
want to hear the song and listen to it, and that's what I found interesting because I've totally skipped that part, and she still sounded amazing, and I still felt the emotion.
Yeah.
So you know, she's an incredible
Yeah,
singer, and without the story or with the
Yeah.
story,
Me too. I had a chance to hear and see that video when my dad came back from work, and he usually has his daily routine. Like when he come back, then he put YouTube on big television, and he watch stuff like different stuff. And he put on that he like pressed on that video, and I was in my room, and I cannot see. I just hear something, and like. I didn't acknowledge the story, what was being told, but then I heard her singing, and like I really, she really like hooked me up, and I went down and I had like bad day, I had really bad days these days, but
we're gonna talk
anyway,
about it.
And I was like just sitting and like all judgmental, like what is this? Towards the end of the video, from this face, I was like almost crying.
Yeah,
She touched me like really great. Only with singing.
Yeah, so
so
you didn't know the story as well.
Yeah.
I'm still not completely sure about the story, and I'm still trying kind of to just because this is what happened. I mean, I figured out that she's blind.
Yes.
And she's from Indonesia. Indonesia kind of on a poorer side country? I'm not sure.
I think it is.
So I'm guessing
they are for sure not much richer than we.
Yeah.
Bosnia.
Bosnia and Herzegovina is a beautiful country.
Well, very poor.
but pretty poor. But at the same time, what I wanted to say is, I guess that going to America and going on AGT, America's Got Talent, is a big deal for her.
Of course.
Definitely a great chance. But maybe I'm going to say something about talent shows when we're talking about that. That's the thing that I have a problem with. It's like easy come, easy go. You know, that's what I fear about her, because this is a big boom and everybody knows about her, and she has a chance to really take advantage of that moment. But at the same time, people are kind of used to listening to these videos, watching them, and really being wowed and forget about them very quickly.
Yeah. That happens a lot. Yeah, but how do you say? I agreeing with you.
Understand it.
But also that like talent shows also, like through the time they gave us really good artists.
Yeah, I actually wanted to talk about, because when I was kind of thinking about this episode, I wanted to remember how many artists I do remember from these shows, and I maybe have 3 or 4.
Me too. Are we gonna say the same?
I think we are.
Okay.
So who's your first?
My first, James Arthur.
James Arthur, of course.
Your first?
Maybe James, but also Kelly Clarkson.
Oh yeah, I remember
Clarkson.
her. Then Ollie Murs. I think that he
Ollie
was.
Murs.
Yes, that he was.
I didn't even know that he was in the talent show. Who else? One Direction.
One Direction. Whole of them. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Then just a second. Ollie Murs, James Arthur. That guy who sings.
I had a couple of more. I can't remember.
Is it Colin or Collins or? He has really nice song. He recorded it later, I think.
Is it Callum?
Callum Scott.
Callum Scott.
Callum
Okay.
Scott. Yeah.
I actually know that one video where he sang, and I can't remember even that one. So I didn't know. Did he won?
I don't know, but
You don't know.
I think that he started on that show. Like I don't know which
And
one.
that's the thing.
Britain's Got Talent or something.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think that, at least from my experience, and I've talked to some people that were in these kind of shows, I think it's better if you don't win. I think it's better in terms of the agreements that you signed
Okay.
are usually kind of, I would say, almost like a slavery deal, because you are probably you need to write 3 albums. You're there for I don't know how long and stuff like that. So it's very hard to be free and to be creative and stuff like that. But and I think that people that like even One Direction didn't win. So I think when somebody recognizes them, especially maybe younger audiences and stuff like that, if they are aware and they know how to use that opportunity, they can do well. So I think it's better if you don't really win.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's kind of a contradictory.
Yeah, contradictory, but
it feels
makes
like
sense.
that.
Yeah.
Can we remember anybody else?
No,
can't think.
I know a couple of them from like Croatian or Serbian shows.
But even that, I'm not going to say the name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
The guy who won.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's kind of in this thing that I just mentioned. So he, signed a contract.
Yeah,
I don't think that he's super happy about it.
Yeah.
Some of his.
I know that he isn't.
Yeah. Okay. So we're not going to mention him just because
we respect him.
Yeah, we respect him. But I believe that even his band members kind of left because of those contracts, which is very sad.
Yeah,
he's a great singer,
great
amazing
charisma and
amazing musician, and I think he would be better off if he was maybe second or third.
Yeah.
Like another guy that we know that that's kind of doing okay on his own. So
Yes.
So a lot of interesting details to talk about there. Another thing that I want to mention, if you agree, is I watched the video where one of these guys went to The Voice, I think.
Okay.
And I don't think that he should be able to talk about this, because he also you always sign a contract at the beginning where they kind of tell you that they're going to use the footage in whatever way they want and stuff like that. So you're basically giving them all the right to do whatever they want with the footage.
Yes.
And you also, I think, agree not to talk trash about the show.
Yeah.
But this guy was just kind of sad because they give you a list of songs actually he prepared the song where he thought he was going to do very well, a song that shows his vocal abilities and stuff like that. But they didn't let him perform that one, and they gave him a list of songs where that he can perform.
Yes, yes.
And I've also talked with this other guy who's now trying to actually go to The
Participate
Voice
in
and stuff
some-
like that.
okay.
And he said that before these auditions, or at least the auditions that we see on the TV,
Okay.
he got list of two big lists of songs, one in, let's say, Croatian or
Okay.
in these languages, in these parts, and the other ones in English. And he had to choose, I think, 6 songs, and they picked 3 songs that he's going to perform. Then they filmed
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
and if he goes, if he finishes
level, okay.
next level, let's say, and it goes like that. But what I think is happening there is they probably don't have the rights to perform all of the songs.
Yes, of course.
So they're probably, and maybe there are some songs that are easier to play because all of these, at least The Voice, has a real live band.
yeah.
So America's Got Talent doesn't have. I think that's all
no,
on a
it's all
backing track.
Yeah, backing tracks. Yeah.
But what I wanted to say with this is that guy didn't really have a freedom to perform the song that he wanted. So he sang the song that they told him. And this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what
yeah.
happened. He sang it, and they said, it's okay, but, it wasn't too much. Like, nobody turned around because that's The
Yes,
Voice.
yes.
Nobody turned their chair. And they told him, can you sing something else for us? And then he sang the song that he wanted to
He
sing.
wanted to sing. Yeah.
And everybody told him, well, why didn't you sing that song? That's way better. And he just wanted to kill somebody. So he didn't pass the round, and I mean, it's obvious that he can be mad about that.
yeah, of
So,
course. I would be mad. Yeah.
let me know. Let me know. I'm just going to.
Okay. I think that talent shows and stuff like that, they're, let's be honest, those shows exist because they're just taking not random people, good people who has talent.
Yeah.
They make it's talent show. The key word is show. It's not like okay, somebody like Putri Ariana, like
Putri,
she
yeah.
and like James Arthur and people like that, like they came out from that kind of
course, of
situations, and that's beautiful. That's really beautiful, and it can happen. But like I don't believe that. I went to one show. I didn't participate, but my friend, my good
Yeah.
friend, participated, and he went to second. No, to second phase, but like to half final.
Half final.
Yeah, to that show, and he did really good. But like, they're just overproduced those shows. Like when I was there, like everything is. I had the feeling like they already know who's gonna win. Like even if you vote, like I really had the feeling that they know that because that one singer who won, like they production team and everybody involved in like organization and that, like they had a really different way of communicating with that person who actually won and with everybody else. Like that person who won, like they were like, here's water, here's everything.
Yeah.
They're really around her all the time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and like these others participants, they're like there, but
Yeah, nobody's
don't-
really
yeah,
noticing them
just,
too much.
Just don't ask too much.
Huh.
Like I had that feeling. So I think that could happen because, like, again, keyword is show. They want to make lots of money, and they are using stories. People beg stories.
Of course.
The same happened with my friend. I didn't went with him first time, but he told me that they asked him to like find the motive, like even if he hadn't had one, like to make something up about the song.
Oh man, that's
Like,
just sad.
You know, to
Yeah.
because they heard the song and song is good, and like
but they needed something more to grab people.
he is like naturally talented, so he went with that. He that didn't bother him that much, so
Okay,
he
yeah.
went with it, and he had like small story about that song,
But
like
he kind of pumped it up.
Yeah, pumped it up like
Yeah.
way too much. It went good.
Yeah.
But they are asking for that. They want that because they want the views, they want the
Of course,
attention
of
and
course.
everything. Like, because it's show. They're just want to sell.
I mean, I understand all of that, and it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, it feels a bit like using people, innocent people. I don't know. I mean, people agree to that, and you sign contracts and stuff like that. But it's like free work. You know, it comes. Slavery comes to mind. I don't know, because you're not paying all of the participants. Of course, there are too many of them, and a lot of them want the exposure and stuff like that. But at the same time, when you narrow it down to maybe 20, there's still, like, a lot of people are there, you're using them, and they are coming from their own expense and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, like, as you said, you're not treating them fairly. You're not treating them all the same way, you know. So that bothers me a bit. But again, like, there's something that I wanted to say. I forgot. Is there something that you can say?
I will talk until he remembers.
I'm slow today. Sorry.
It's okay. Me too. But I think that's okay. We agreed on that they are using people. That doesn't mean that good, talented people like cannot go or be like used. Maybe they gonna like Putri Ariani. She had a really great experience.
Of course. I'm not saying. Those people agreed to be used in that way. But use is a strong word.
Yes,
so.
It's they are using people.
I mean, they're using people, but you know, it's like they agreed to that, so kind of in a way.
But it's like innocent crime.
Yeah. So, but I still don't really like it if you fake stories, if you make them up, like pumped it up. I understand that people like it's easier for people to get connected to a story that you tell them than a story in a song, because a song is, let's say, slower. You need to really listen to the lyrics, and maybe some people are just listening kind of without paying too much attention. But if you tell them a story, if you play some sad ambient music behind it, it's easier, and you make it cinematic and stuff like that. So I understand that. But what I wanted to say, when I was younger, and I don't even know if I told you this, I actually went to a singing show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And it was actually the X Factor.
Really?
And, and I was like 17 at the time, I think, maybe 18, and which is
we are like best friends. You never mentioned me that.
Why I didn't mention it? I have a footage somewhere I can show you.
Of course.
But I was like very young, and I was not really preparing professionally for that. I mean,
you just wanted to have fun, or
I mean, I can't say that I wasn't hoping for something, but I definitely wasn't like doing it. Like, I'm very organized now and stuff like that. But there was a first round was in Sarajevo, and I just went there with my friends, and we were fooling around. We went to eat and stuff like that. But I also went to an audition, and it was okay, and I did very well. And but they told me there that was very good. But next time maybe pick songs that are maybe a bit more, where you can show your vocals a bit more, because these songs were they were beautiful and stuff like that, but they weren't explosive, you know. They weren't. And I got a message maybe a couple of months later that I've passed into the second round. And the second round was the one that was filmed for the TV. It was in Belgrade, and because I have some relatives there and stuff like that, I went to them again. I didn't really prepare too much because I sang the same songs. I mean, I really could have changed the song and maybe pick something that was a bit more more effective, definitely. But no, I really couldn't think of a song that I really wanted to sing, so I was saying the same one. Then they asked me to sing a different one, and the different one was even worse when it comes to vocal, to show off, you know. So they were like, "That's okay. You have a strong voice and stuff like that." There was Joksimovic there, There was
Hulic.
No. That's the second season. I was in the first season. There was Emina Jahovic.
Okay, I know her.
There was Kiki Lesentric.
Okay, that's rock guy. Yeah.
Rock guy, and what's the name of that? Christina.
Yeah, that is she redhead?
Maybe a bit, you know, but she's kind of like I don't know, maybe a R&B singer or something. I'm really sure. Lyrics. So I had 2 yeses and 2 nos.
Okay.
And you need 3 yeses to pass. But I really wasn't even like mad about them because I knew at the moment where
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought,
you
but
didn't,
at the
yeah.
same time it was a very kind of strange experience. But why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I remember one part which was very weird. You know, they're kind of asking you where are you from and stuff like that. What's your name? What's your background? And that's all cool. But there's this one place where they kind of do a bit of makeup before you
Okay, of course.
before you go on stage, and they put you all in this kind of room, or they put maybe the three of you that are coming up next,
Okay.
and there are mirrors there, so you can maybe also pick some makeup if you want to fix something or stuff like that. I didn't do anything. They were just like, I really don't like
Powder,
but
you-
yeah,
they put
somebody
powder
powdered
on,
me and
yeah.
stuff like that, but I didn't do anything else.
Okay.
And they were asking very strange questions, maybe even a bit intimate and stuff like that. But thank God, somebody before I walked into that room, I think a cameraman told me there are cameras behind the mirrors, so maybe just watch what you're doing and don't talk what you don't want to. I was like, I was scared because I like what the
Yeah,
like
like
that's sneaky because you're like maybe looking at the mirror and somebody is filming you.
filming it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they
that's
want to
weird.
catch something interesting there and maybe
Yeah,
use
and
that
put it,
as a
of
part of the
course,
story.
of course.
I was like,
Oh.
I was trying not to speak anything. So that was like very strange,
horrible,
and
yeah.
I don't even know if I can say that, but that was like a lot, very long ago. I don't think. I mean, it's over.
I-
It's over now.
I-
I mean, I don't know, but that's the thing. Like they never tell you that. Thank God again to the cameraman. And there were people maybe who knew that and they were trying to be fabulous and stuff like
of
that.
Course.
So you know,
maybe some
I mean,
people use that. Yeah.
of course. And nowadays, if I were to do it again, I would just be ready for those kinds of things.
course,
I mean,
of course.
be ready for anything at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I wanted to say is like, I don't know. I just wanted to mention that part. It was a bit scary, but you know, I have a footage. It's not perfect. I wish I've done it a bit better, but at the same time, an interesting experience. And if I were to go somewhere today, I would definitely prepare way
Prepare
more.
better,
I would sing in
yeah,
front of
yeah.
somebody before to check things out. Like I would ask you to listen to
listen,
it and
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
okay.
that. But yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that footage.
Yeah,
you need to send me that or.
I will show you somewhere. It's very hidden under 3 passwords.
But why didn't you tell me about that before?
I don't know.
Are you ashamed or?
I mean, I'm a bit ashamed because I didn't pass. There's
Nah,
that definitely.
that's it.
But you know, as I said, I know that I'm a way better singer now,
Nah,
and I'm
okay,
a vocal
of
coach and
course,
stuff like
of
that.
course.
So every kind of thing that's not really up to my level, it's you know, it wasn't bad. It's not like I sang horribly. It was okay, but it was a bit flat. It was a bit
Yeah,
low
yeah.
in points, and
Okay.
you know, I can tell you that maybe I didn't hurt myself that well. There's this X where you need to stand when you're singing, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I wasn't really on it. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
and
okay.
I was very like scared when I was there because I just standed on the stage and Yuxmo asked me like introduce yourself because I was just
Yeah,
I was
just standing.
standing there and what now? So I mean, not that strange, but that's how it felt to me. So,
Okay, I understand. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think this is a perfect episode to talk about because I have experience.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Have
yeah.
you ever went to a
No,
show like
I
that?
really first I thought that I just don't I wouldn't be like suitable guy for that, but I just don't feel it. Like
Yeah.
that's the first thing. Second thing was because of that I thought that I'm not good enough to some period of life, like when that was like. In
When-
center of the television and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
yeah. And
There's always that period.
yeah, period.
Every-
like
every
when
couple
that's
of
the
years,
main,
at least here.
Yeah, main topic and everything. Like I didn't felt prepared or good enough to go to that. And when I started to being good and like when I came to that phase that I'm like
Where you're satisfied.
yeah satisfied with
To a
myself
point,
that
yeah.
I could sing on the show. Like I just didn't want because I heard those stories that they are using people that I realized that that's just like production who is like really mass in sort of that they are just like they will like use 1,000 people and I really don't like it. I don't know what I'm saying, but I really don't like it. I'm not thrilled with shows. I don't know why, but like maybe that has a thing because I also don't like to wait in
In lines.
yes in lines. I'm really like
Well, that's one big part of that.
oof.
I remember I was, especially when I in Belgrade. I think I was in line. I mean, in line, you're waiting somewhere, sitting and standing. It's not like you're in line, but at least 6 hours, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
Like I think
Yeah.
maybe even more. But what I want to say, those shows are definitely not for everybody. Those shows are definitely for people who have maybe a bigger voice and that they want to show it off.
Yeah, of
And
course.
to me, that's not always. That's not what music is always all about.
Of
Like we
course
already
not,
talked
yeah.
about Dimash in that case. Dimash is an amazing singer and all in all, and people love those vocal acrobatics, but to a point where it gets a bit maybe too much, and people just want to hear a sincere song.
Of course.
For example, I really like John Mayer. I like Bob Dylan. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
And those singers are not.
They never gonna pass on any of shows. Bob Dylan never would never.
That's what I want to say. And even John Mayer said that. If he went to a show, he would probably fail in the first round because his voice is not extraordinary.
Yes.
But it's beautiful. It's
Yeah,
it's like
beautiful and his charisma and his way of writing
and that's
songs
and that's not to
music,
say that
yeah.
he's not a good singer. He's a very good singer.
Perfect,
and,
like,
and
for
he's and he's a great songwriter. And
Yes,
that's
yes.
and I think that that's where we're coming from because we write our songs as
Yes,
well.
yes, yes.
And we really appreciate all the small details. And I really like when somebody can tell me a story just singing 3 notes than if you can sing everything and I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Now, there's nothing better when you can do both. Like
Of
Putri,
course,
like
of course.
Putri has an amazing voice and she's very versatile with her voice and at the same time she touched us.
She touched
So-
us, and also that first song that she sang, that's her song.
Her original song. I didn't know that.
Or
when
like when she said that, and like emotion when she said that, I was just like I could cry now.
I actually
Really,
didn't.
that's-
I didn't know that when I was watching it. It's
Yeah.
called Loneliness.
Yes.
Beautiful song.
Beautiful, yeah.
Beautiful song.
really
I've even listened to the studio version, and I still like the one where she's just on her piano.
Yeah, she's just
Beautiful.
amazing girl.
And
Really,
I've
really
listened
amazing.
to covers that she sang. I've listened to Locked Out of Heaven. I've listened to Bohemian Rhapsody. Have you listened to Bohemian Rhapsody?
Me.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Man, you need to listen to that because I can't believe that song is very complex. It has a lot of
Yeah.
elements. And
Like
that's
7
there
different-
yeah, and there's just her on the piano and I've gotten goosebumps like
Really, I need to
beautiful.
hear that.
It's just
Yeah,
beautiful. And I don't know.
I believe that she's
so
really
so
killed
she
it.
passed this round. Actually, she went to the finals I think already because she got that
Yeah,
golden
golden
buzzer.
buzzer,
And I'm really looking forward. I don't really watch these shows like, and I don't think you do as well. Like we're not watching every single
No,
episode or
no,
something.
of
We
course
just
not, yeah.
watch things on YouTube, like
Yeah.
maybe the highlight reels.
Yeah, and topic. What's the like?
Yeah.
Main now. Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to see what she's going to sing
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
finals
yeah.
because you know it's the finals and she's going to have
Yeah,
to
of course.
kick it up a notch. So, what else can we talk about these shows?
And,
Like,
I just want to say that since we like had opportunity to watch those people who are like growing on that shows like James Arthur and people like that, like I really believe that Putri Ariani is next one.
yeah,
I really believe that.
I have
Because-
the same feeling. Yeah,
Because she is again like she has a great voice. She is really nice. Like I don't know her and nobody knows her probably who watched that videos except from her
Yeah.
closest friends. But she looks like a really good person. Like she's so innocent and good.
that's the word that I wanted to use. Definitely,
Yeah, yeah,
she
yeah.
just radiates like
Yeah,
that.
radiates like that. She can write. She can write really good. I heard that one song,
But that's enough.
That's enough to see that she is a really good songwriter. She plays piano really correct and good. I don't know because you play. You can say
I mean, that was perfect.
perfect.
And
yeah, to
I
me
mean,
it was perfect.
I don't want to talk about her disabilities too much, but she's blind, and she played it
Yeah,
without
yeah,
any
yeah.
mistakes. So I don't.
It's crazy. Like I really want for her to be like satisfied in life because she deserves that. It doesn't mean like if she. I just want to her to be happy. That's just
you ask me why I haven't talked about it. She's probably the same age as I was when I went to her, and she killed it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
she's 17.
Maybe I have a reason why I don't want to talk about it. What I find also kind of strange about some of these talent shows, for example, America's Got Talent or any of these, Britain's Got Talent, is to me, if you're doing a show, you can't really mix talents. Like if you're doing a singing show, then it's a singing show.
Yes.
I can't understand like how does America's Got Talent or any of these talent shows work if you have jugglers, comedians, singers, dancers.
How do you evaluate that? Like,
I mean, I guess people are voting and stuff like that, but it's like mixing apples and oranges and grapes and and everything.
Yeah.
So to me, that's not maybe the best format. But again, it works. People are watching it. Maybe it's in a point it's more versatile that way, so it's maybe interesting. But to me, it doesn't make sense. Like to me, from all of these shows, I think The Voice is kind of maybe the best.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I haven't watched too many of the shows. Like, have you ever watched that show called Masked Singer?
Masked Singer. Yeah. I watched YouTube clips. Yeah.
And how does it go? Is it okay? I have no idea. I only know that they sing under a mask, and sometime in the show they probably take it off or something like that.
Yeah, and they're using like popular persons from politics, even singers, actors, and people like that, and like they have masks and they're singing, but like
somebody's trying to guess who they are or something like that.
But like first when they start to sing, like if you at least that was like when I watched that show. Like they never put in the YouTube description name of person who is singing. Like you need to guess that's point of the show. But like when every clip that I watched, instantly I knew who was the singer or politician or like because you just know tone of the voice.
Maybe people don't know.
Okay, it was a little bit weird with that Prime Minister of Croatia, Jadranka Kosor. Do you know?
Yeah,
you remember her? Yeah,
I know that she won. I think.
Yes.
But I have no idea how do you even win, and I haven't watched the show.
Yeah, it's really weird. But like I had the problem. With acknowledging her. Probably that's why she won.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the thing. The one that you can't figure out wins. Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I like finding out new different like formats. It's always interesting, even when I watch quizzes and stuff like that. Like I really like the chase. The chase is potjera.
Yes.
And and I really like those. I really like that format because it's very. I can't say fast, but it's really you're kind of rooting, and there are clocks and time, and it's very.
Even you are involved when you are watching. You are trying to answer those questions.
Of course,
so you are also.
And when I was younger, I really liked Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and it's a great format. But now it feels a bit slow when you compare it to maybe the chase, especially if you compare it to. I'm not sure how you call it in. Like here it's called Super Chase, but I think there's a different name. The Big Chase or something like that. Okay. Like when you are going against 5 chasers and stuff like that. And that's even quicker and it's crazier. So I really like that thing. And I'm already thinking like, where can they go next from that? It's very hard to imagine it because this is almost a perfect format. And I'm thinking about that in my videos as well. Like I want them to be better. I want them to be easier to digest and stuff like that. Maybe not this podcast because this is kind of a more laid back format. And I think this is just for really the people who really want to get to know us more. And that's always better to do a long form like format because when you just scroll and watch those shorts and reels, like tell me somebody that you've found through reels and that you continue watching them.
I cannot remember anybody on first.
Yeah, maybe somebody and you don't.
But that's really
and you don't really even know much about them. Maybe you just like they made you
couple of videos.
They made you funny or something like that. But you know, I wanted to ask you what happened to you these days because you said you had a bad time.
Oh, I can start to talk about that, but that was like really small, detailed mistakes and like horrible little things started to happening, like, and they're just piling on
Piling
top
up.
of, piling up one on another.
Okay.
So I can start to
Why
talk
not?
if you want, but that's like really fucked up story. Really, really,
Really?
really. Like it isn't that probably when you hear it, it's not gonna be like wow, it's not nothing extraordinary happened that somebody died or.
Okay, that's good to
Yeah,
hear.
yeah, that's
yeah.
good to hear. But like really weird day was yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, I
Start from the beginning.
start from
This
the
is
beginning.
a therapy session. Okay.
Uh,
Joe, how
Since-
are you?
I'm good now.
Okay.
You cheered me up. Yeah, when I came, he put my song, which is not released yet. He put it on the computer. So and he said like, here is to cheer you up. So you really did, and thank you for that. It was really that put the smile on my face.
Doing
yeah.
my best.
Thank you. And so I woke up yesterday in the morning in Makarska.
Okay.
Reason I'm in we are now in Mostar, and I am living currently in Makarska because I played gigs there in a restaurant during the whole season.
Croatian.
But yes, Croatian, yeah.
Yeah, sea coast,
Yeah.
whatever.
But in the same time, I have a job on radio station in Mostar, so I had an agreement that I need to come to work at least twice a week.
Okay.
To
keep the job, yeah.
keep the job and to be useful on that job and stuff like that. And I'm okay with that because I really love the job on the radio, and they are really cool. People who work there are really cool, and I'm really thankful for that opportunity. I really want to keep it, and I really want to progress in that business. Okay, so I woke up and I needed to come to work, which is starting at 10.
Okay.
And I woke up like in Makarska around 7. And meanwhile, I had an idea that I need to register my car. How do you say that? Like,
Yeah, register.
renew the registration.
I think that's how you say it.
registration. Just.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, registration. Like
The
every
plate,
year.
the register plate, I think.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. But
You
it
understand, yeah.
has some kind of a process, and it costs some money. So you probably know.
Yeah, I mean, you do it every year.
Yeah, every year.
In the same
Yeah.
time.
So I went from Makarska. Went from Makarska and started to going to Mostar, and I stepped by in Široki Brijeg, which is my hometown, to finish that registration or just to start. And
Okay.
I gave them papers around 9. From Makarska to Mostar is a 2 hours drive.
Okay.
So I gave them papers, and they said, okay. And that car was on my dad. He was the owner. And he, we had an agreement that he wanted to put that car on me because I paid for it, but we just put it on him because it was the cheapest,
Okay.
option.
Easier. Okay.
Yeah, and now he wanted to put it on me. And okay, I said, okay. Then I need I called him and told him that he needs to sign some papers and do it for me because I need to go to work. And he needs to come back from Mostar because he's also working in Mostar. He needs to come from Mostar to Široki, do that for me.
Which is about maybe half an hour drive.
Yes, half an hour drive. And I'm going to Mostar, and I will be back at 3 afternoon 3 or 4 when I finish with my job in Mostar. And he said, okay, and I went to the job, and I did what I had to do. Even I went to Široki Brijeg earlier, and that was a mistake because I didn't finish, but I really need to go to finish that registration because I'm playing in the Makarska. I need to come back.
After finishing this podcast.
After finishing the registration, my job, and everything I needed to do, I need to go back to Makarska and pick up my brother from Široki Brijeg and drive him to Makarska because he's also working in Makarska right now. He's a bartender in. Okay, are you following?
I'm following, but it's already complicated.
It's complicated.
I just want to
really.
say we need to finish this probably quick if you want to get to Makarska. When do you play in Makarska?
I play around now. It's 4:23.
4:23.
I'm playing
8.
8. Yeah, so
All right, so
I
maybe
can.
maybe you have time. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
I will be quick, but it's really complicated. So my brother is working in Magorska, and he said that his shift starts at 6
Okay.
p.m. Is
PM.
p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, and we need to start going at 4:30 p.m. But I am like in that place where I am finishing my registration, and like I just needed to come from Mostar to registration place and pick up my papers and go to my brother and went to Makarska. But what happened? I came to registration place and they said, "Oh, the police officers told us that you have like ticket."
Oh, you haven't paid some tickets.
I didn't pay some tickets, but that tickets are not something that's like 120 euros.
120 euros.
Yes,
Okay.
from the last year. And like my registration is like 400 euros. So
Okay.
that was a little shocked. But okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are a bit
said,
expensive.
Yeah. And I said, okay, I will pay that. But they said like, oh, but you cannot pay that now. I said, why not? The post office is not working.
Doesn't.
No.
What time it? What
Like
time? Was it?
that was at 4. Because I start.
Oh, that
from
was
Mostar.
all yesterday. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
Okay.
yesterday. I went from Mostar at 3 and like came to
Yeah.
Shiroki in 4, around 4.
Yeah.
So,
Post
yeah,
offices,
post
I
office
think,
not
close at 4.
And I'm like starting to get stressed because I need to go for half an hour. I need to pick up my brother and
leave
go to
country,
Makarska.
yeah.
Yeah, leave country. And I cannot leave country without that papers. Because
Yeah,
they
of
told
course.
me you need to come in the morning. I asked like, can I go to Croatia? They said you cannot because it's not your
Yeah.
car is not valid yet because you need to pay that. And I said like, okay, I will give you double money, but just like, can we do it now because I need to go? And they said like, no, I'm sorry. Okay, and I was like really stressed out, and this is the craziest part of the story. In next minute, you will
Okay.
heard. I found the post office
That works.
that works until 6, and I went
Amazing.
there, and lady is working on that shelter. Shelter, yes.
Desk.
And I gave her money and that ticket,
Okay.
and she's like, I cannot do this now for you. Why you cannot do that? Because these tickets are not made in this area of the country.
In this canton.
Canton.
Okay.
Okay. And like I was like,
What the hell? That's
why? Because I'm giving you money, or the post office just change the
Send it to the
something
place.
to do something. You need to do that.
I mean,
And
that's
she's
your.
like, yeah.
that's
And she's
your
like,
job.
but that's and she's just like, she's
do-
bitch, really bitch. I hope that she sees this
Yeah,
bitch.
she's not gonna see
You're a
it.
bitch. I'm sorry, you're not bitch. You are. I was just stressed out, and I really like I made a deal with her, and she finished that. Like, but
That's what she said.
15 with 15 minutes delay. But okay,
Okay.
she finished that, and I went back, and it was a crash in the middle of the road. Like somebody crashed, and I cannot drive forward. I cannot drive backward because it's all like
Yeah,
thousands
traffic
of cars. Yeah, giant jam, and my brother is waiting, and he needs to go. And I'm stressed out. My mother is calling me. My brother is calling me. Father, where are you? Where are you? I need to explain everything what's happening, but I'm not having time because I need to go to the police because they are working to 5. I need to
Register.
yes, so I have like half an hour to go to police, give them that, take my registration papers.
Pick your brother up.
Yes. And
Go
what happened?
to-
My brother cannot wait. Really, he cannot. Like
Right.
he didn't have the time to wait, so he asked the mother to
To drive.
drive him. Yeah, and that was like they went to Makarska like in 4:40, and I
Okay.
came back home in 4:50, like just 10
10
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah, and I was like really like stressed out because of that, because that car which they use to go to Makarska is not really good. It's not like
Yeah.
working appropriately. And guess what happened? I'm home with my dad. I'm talking, and my mother called us, and she said like, car stopped working in middle of Makarska.
In middle of Max.
Makarska.
Did he even get to his job?
Yes, he did. He went to his job, but my mother is
Was
like
stuck, yeah.
stuck in middle of Makarska. She cannot come home. I need to go to Makarska to play the gig, and I need to figure out what will I do with the car because my brother is working, father is home, mother is stuck, and
Stuck,
I need
yeah.
to do that. So I went to Makarska. I called that guy that I cannot play. I went to Makarska and started to figure out what to do with the car. Of course, you cannot. Like everything mechanic told me. I tried, but it didn't work. Okay, and then and in all that confusion from Mostar to Makarska, Makarska to Mostar, I just ate one piece of pizza whole day. And like in that stress, I forgot that I didn't eat. So I just ordered one beer because I was really stressed out. Like that beer, like I almost thought that I'm gonna like just fall down and like die.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
mean, you were exhausted. And
Exhausted and stressed out and everything. And I gave my mother my car. She went home, and that car is still jammed in Makarska right now.
Right now.
Yes, so I need to figure out, and I'm now in Mostar because this morning, because I need to come to Mostar twice a week, I came again.
How did you come to Mostar? Without a car?
My mother this morning woke up and she came to me.
Oh man.
And like I drove her back home, and I took my car, and so it's really like
What's your
look. I'm wet just from the store.
Where's your Anna? All this
My
time.
Anna, she is in Makarska.
All this time.
Yes, all this time, she's trying to help, but
Yeah,
like,
there's not too much to do.
So car is in that broken car is in
But
Makarska.
excuse me, does that car have a registration?
Yes.
Well, don't you have like an insurance?
Insurance,
Isn't
but
there a way to some call? I don't know, a
that
pickup service or
Yes,
something?
but that insurance doesn't include pickup service.
How? That's like the main thing.
Primary thing. Yeah,
I mean, even my insurance doesn't include it up to a point. There's like maybe in the range of 30 kilometers, which is not much. But I think you can still pay them to come. I don't know. There should be.
Yeah.
Wait.
You can pay, but that's like 1,000 euros, I think.
What?
From Makarska to Široki Brijeg. They're using that situation. They're like insurance. Of course they're gonna use.
But that's like too much for.
Of course. But yes, that would be probably the last option, because when I come back to Makarska, I will try once more to start up the car. If I don't success that, then tomorrow my mother will send the
Do you
pickup
have
service.
any? Do you have any friends that can maybe told you, or something like you know what that means?
Yeah, I know, but that's just a complication.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm good. I'm stressed out.
He still found time to come to film this episode. I mean, you're the king. Oh man.
Yeah. That's really. It's okay. I'm not like. My life is good. I'm really thankful for everything. But just sometimes it gets too much because I'm working always like 3 or 4 things in the same time. So that just need to like pop up in one moment. And when that happens, that's really bad.
I understand you. I mean, and people in these parts especially, it's like you can't really live properly with just one job.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
and the
for
pay.
Yeah.
Well, did you say that's what she said?
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's for sure. I was like, how does that work here? But yeah, and so most of us, while we're doing maybe one, let's say, steady job, we're still either playing gigs or doing YouTube or something, just trying to figure it out. And it would be definitely easier if all of this was easier, and if Patreon we had like 1,000 supporters there. But we're not like. We don't want to be like the insurance guy where we just want to grab money and stuff like that. We want to make something that's worth it, and we want to build a nice community where you get something, where we get something, where everybody's happy, and that's kind of what we're trying to do with this podcast as well. But it's not like we want that at all costs. So that's why we're doing these 5 episodes now. It's just like a test drive, and if it goes well, and I think they're going pretty okay, we're going to continue doing them. But now that's everything that's happened in your life. You're stressed, and I think you need to focus on that as well. And I need to focus on stuff like that here. So maybe we're just gonna stop it here for a while and see where we are maybe in a month or so. I think that's maybe the least stressful thing that we can do now. Yeah. But I still enjoy like talking with you, and this is very therapeutic. What's the word?
Yeah, just like that. Yeah. And thank you for opportunity, because I never had the chance to be engaged in any kind of YouTube like creator stuff and stuff like that. So really thank you. I'm really like feeling good about that.
Yeah, I'm also feeling good, and you don't really talk in English that much, so this is all new for you. And I think he's doing a great job, even if he doesn't always talk maybe properly. I think it's kind of, what's the word? Maybe not funny, but it's I'm not gonna say cute, but it's kind of interesting, silly and stuff. And I think people find that very enjoyable.
Yeah, thank you. That's nice to hear.
So, is there anything else that we need to talk about the talent shows? Maybe I think maybe it's the best time to stop it. And are we doing it long enough already? It's already 4:35, so maybe that's enough for today. We don't want him to get into another car jam or something like that. Maybe I just want to say, when you're in the topic of car jams, like, that's what happened to me. I've told you, like, when my turbine, I think that's the word, broke down. That really messed me up for 3 months. I mean, it's maybe some of you think that's not a big deal, but it's like you have one car, you're trying to get to your job, and it just breaks down. I mean, it's never a good time for it to break down, but it's usually sometime when you really have something else. Like, that's the time where we had some sort of a concert in the school that I worked in. That's 45 minutes drive from here, and my car broke down maybe 15 minutes from Mostar, and I had to call my brother to give me his car to fix this one, I don't know.
Yes, that's always.
And even when I kind of fixed it, it wasn't really fixed, so I had to. Cars.
Other processing.
Yeah, cars are really a struggle. I don't want to say. I don't want to say anything worse than that. But I almost said the word that you said for that woman.
But anyways, that's life.
That's life.
It's always the
bittersweet.
Broken car than broken heart, or maybe
broken
some
arm.
illness or something like that. So thank you. It's good. I'm not like it. My life is good.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Yeah, I was going to say that, but I don't know.
It doesn't matter. That's what we believe. I hope you don't find that offensive.
Offensive, because we need to be careful what we have to. I just kidding. Yeah,
we're not going to be. What's the word? We're not ashamed of it. So so you can be tolerant or not, whatever. That's your choice.
Say what you want,
But either way, thank you. We've enjoyed it, and hope to see you very soon.
Yes, thank you very much. Goodbye.
Hey. Check out the merch.
Yeah. He gave me, in the last episode, he gave me the shirt. It's really good. Good material. It's my muscles.
Oh.
It's really.
Those are the muscles from all the fixing of the car.
Yes, So it's good shirt. Buy it
before he takes it off. Bye.